Hello, hello, hello. What's up, everybody? We're going to try to get this in. Looks like StreamYard right out of the gate was trying to show that the connection wasn't real strong. So hopefully this isn't getting glitchy and going crazy right out of the gate. But we're going to try to get it in. Yeah, they actually sent me a little thing to, I guess I'm just going to have to contact them and run through it and see why this thing is always so glitchy. But right now it looks like it's holding up. So hopefully we are going to get through this. What's up, everybody? It is Tuesday night, so you already know we got to talk about the Bad Batch. We got to get it in and see what's going on, because of course they're always leaving us, and there it is with more questions and answers. Man, yeah, I hate that. What is going on? Stream Yard every time, always right at the beginning too. You just get that little tiny glitch. I can see the just arrows going down. Oh, is it gonna hold up? Is it gonna hold up? Are we gonna make it? Oh man! All right, we're gonna try to get through this. Yeah, I don't know. I got to figure this out or go through something else because yeah, this is like every single time there is a problem for some reason. But right now it seems like it's going, so we're gonna get into it. The Bad Batch. I don't know. Are they leaving us with more questions? Or are they ever gonna give us any answers? I mean, just leaving us on cliffhanger after cliffhanger. What's up, Iron? I see you out there. We got Celebrity Bikini in the house. What's up, Jake Cruz? Oh man, you guys have any idea who that was at the end of this? Of course, that's the big question of the day. Who the hell were our girls talking to, and who'd they have patched through at the end? But this one started out episode 6, decommissioned. Our crew is still at Sid's place and chasing away the few customers that actually dare to walk in. And did you guys kind of get like an Obi-Wan Luke vibe with Echo trying to teach Omega how to shoot that bow? Just kind of got some old Star Wars vibes right there with our man Obi-Wan trying to teach Luke when he had the blinders on with his little lightsaber. I don't know, I was getting that kind of vibe out of it. So that was a pretty cool thing. But it wasn't cool that they were chasing out like the one person actually walks in and maybe spend some money in there. Nope, not going to happen. But that place is probably a front anyway, so I don't think Sid's relying on customers to actually make money, but I thought that was kind of cool. And how about that, like that Theon Rob watching Brand with the two aliens betting against Omega while they're sitting there watching her try to train, and they're like betting on her miss. That was, I don't know. I was getting some Stark vibes out of there, like I was at Winterfell with Rob and Theon laughing at little Bran. And Sid's pretty ballsy, just like the way she like came in, like literally pushing Wrecker around, telling, not asking them, like basically, you work for me now. Like I'm telling you work for me. I'm not asking anymore. This little Sid's got balls of steel. And the way she grabbed Omega's bow and just hit 3 perfect bullseye, like it makes me think that maybe she collected all those helmets that are in her office the old-fashioned way. Like she might have had some stormtroopers come in and just absolutely took them out, and then just kept their helmets as like trophies. Because I think Sid's a little badder than what we may have thought. It's alive, you know it, and we're live, getting it. Oh man, you guys excited for Loki coming in? Got to sneak that in. We got the Lokis coming up definitely because that's going to be amazing. Getting into the time travel, we'll be going deep into that one. But after seeing that, hearing Sid calls her arms like, after seeing and hearing what's going on, like Sid just calls her arms weak, wet noodles. Like, you think Omega's going to go CrossFit after that, after getting called weak, wet noodled arm? Is Omega going to get her CrossFit on the ship and get all like buff and Hulk out on us? Take that stuff to heart. So the boys take the mission, and they go to grab a tactical droid before they're all destroyed. And Echo explains to Omega why they're so important, basically explaining to us why they're so important. And now that the clones like fight for the Empire, knowing how to beat them is definitely going to be critical knowledge. So this is definitely an important mission. And I don't know, who do we think Sid's contact is that actually wants this? Who do you think's going for this? Because we're going to talk about that in the end, making it seem like it's a bad thing. And Sid worked for the Jedi, so wouldn't Sid be maybe doing this for somebody good who is still on the side of good and not for the Empire? Oh, Six Phantom woke up. What's up? Let's see. Oh, there he is. What's up? Let's get him in here. I just now saw that. Hold up, hold up. Let's see. How do you do that? Boom, boom, boom. What up, what up? Get a second opinion, a better opinion. Yeah. Bada bing. Boom. There it is. Oh yeah, oh yeah. See what the man himself thinks. Oh yeah. The man with more reactions than Reebok, the man with more faces than the House of Black and White. Where's it at? Where's it at? See if we can get him in here and see what's up. But yeah, we'll see again. The crew just uses like the oldest trick in the book to sneak onto this thing. I thought that was kind of a slapstick, funny moment, like sneaking in undetected by attaching their ship to a bigger ship. Like it's kind of funny just because we've seen it so many times. But basically, in the timeline, these are some of the earlier times it was used. So by the time Han Solo was doing it with the Millennium Falcon, it basically should have been long played out. Like, how dumb is the Empire that they actually keep letting this move work on people? What's good, fandom? How you doing tonight? He said, whoop, whoop, whoop. Just give me a shout out when you're ready and when you're there. Be like, what up? Right now, if you're still getting set up. We'll be with him in a moment. But yeah, it was like, how many times and how many people have like used this ridiculous like small ship sneaking in under a bigger ship to like get onto a planet? Like, it was just a little ridiculous, but a nice little callback to the original movies. Oh, is that sound I hear trying to crack through?
Hear me now?
There he is. What's
okay.
up? We get it all worked out.
Yes, I'm telling you, this new settings of this new headset is ridiculous. But yes, I'm here. Start everything over.
Start from the beginning. Oh, it's always fun getting that new workout, getting that new system worked out. Dude, I'm the most untechnical fool on the planet. Like, it is ridiculous. If I don't turn it on and it doesn't work right away, I got huge problems. Oh man, what's good with you? What'd you think of this last episode?
I still enjoyed this episode over, I think it was episode, 4 or something? Or 5? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you hated that one.
Oh my
the one with the bounty hunter.
Mm-hmm. But hey, I was right. This episode was going to be Omega testing out that bow.
Oh, absolutely. You can't get a new toy like that and not just get in on it. What's up, Peter Griffin? I see you out there. What's good, buddy? Yeah, absolutely. You got to get it. But were you getting some of those like Obi-Wan, Luke Skywalker vibes when X was trying to train Omega on that bow?
Yep.
Like some straight up.
It was like what, 12? Like how many shots did she take? Like 12 or so? Only got like 3.
Oh yeah, hitting like that.
Oh, remind me when I was doing axe throwing. I'm like, okay, how many times am I actually gonna hit the damn target and look like a fool?
Really got into some axe throwing?
Yep. It was either that or constantly go back to bowling. I'm like, okay, guys, I'm tired of going bowling with you guys. Let's do something new. And they're like, want to do axe throwing or skydiving? I'm like, I want to live. So the chances of the axe throwing is a little bit higher. So let's do the axe throwing.
Oh, nice. Oh, I'm about to throw an axe through this internet if it doesn't quit glitching out. The thing is killing me. They finally sent me an email like I got to get a hold of them and walk through it and see what's going on. But yeah, that is just killing me. But yeah, I was definitely getting those Obi-Wan vibes with Luke and with his lightsaber, and then him trying to teach Omega. I thought that was pretty sweet. Also, like I was saying earlier, I got those Theon Robb watching Bran vibes with the 2 aliens betting against her while she was practicing. How sweet was that?
Now you think about it, probably, yeah. And if you were like a marksman at 10?
Exactly. Which he might be by the time we get into it. We don't even know how old this girl is.
True.
But what about Sid just running in and just hitting 3 bullseyes out of nowhere? Do you kind of feel like maybe she elected those stormtrooper helmets the old-fashioned way?
I don't know. I'm still iffy about Sid, though. Granted, she worked with the Jedi, but in times of war, you're going to work with, some shady people. So, could we trust Sid? Could we not? Last time I checked, she's kind of broke. So, at what point will, again, the Bad Batch with this episode, how it ended, if she don't get her money, like, will she end up betraying them?
But my whole thing is that Sid used to work for the Jedi. So how do we know that the people who hired Sid and the people who sent Rafa aren't on the same team.
Exactly. So far, we saw, Jabba the Hutt's right-hand man. Jabba ain't, one of the good people.
Yeah, but Jabba was never really on the side of the Empire either. Jabba was just out for Jabba.
Exactly. Can't trust people like that now.
Right? Oh yeah, we got the Infinity Internet just going, and it should be. I don't know what's up. I'm actually going to go in and get some new routers and see if that helps. These are a couple years old. It might be time to just get some new routers. Maybe that's it. They're tweaking out.
I don't jinx me now.
Oh,
Even my routers is like 2 years or so.
what's that?
Even my freaking routers like 2 years old. So don't jinx
Yeah,
me. Then again, I have
yeah.
then I have like Ryzen FiOS.
Dude, I had a real random thing. I was just sitting here one day and some dude knocked on my door and said he worked for the cable company and like my routers were out of date then and he was just here to put them on. And I was like, I didn't call, I didn't ask. Like
No.
everything was working fine. Like it was so shady. I was just like, what? He's like, oh yeah, just here to do some thing. And then like I took his picture and he's like, why'd you take my picture? Like, what can you delete my picture? I was like, dude, you just come knocking on my door and want to switch up all my internet stuff. Like, yeah, you tell me like anybody can make one of these cards. He had a little card that said Verizon. I'm like, anybody can make that. Or Infinity. So yeah, it was, I don't know, it was shady as hell. So yeah, maybe that's what's up. Maybe I have some like black market crazy shit going on, and that's what's stumping my internet.
Maybe.
He said, "You never know." Oh, Jay Cruz wants to know what is Omega's enhancement.
I was asking myself that the other day too. Like, what is it exactly? Unless they're lying and she's not a clone, she's something else.
She's like a super clone. I think just she has like she's really able to adapt even better than more clones. Like the Bad Batch each have their own specialties. I think in the end, basically Omega is going to be able to adapt and take everybody's and be able to have everybody's specialties. So she can do it all as long as she sees it. She'll be able to pick it up and do it.
Unless she's an undercover kid Jedi. And this
Well,
whole time they're saying that she's a clone because Order 66 just happened just to save.
oh, what's up? You got your man cave outside, and they're like, nope, not attached. That's a second charge, man. They don't miss a step. Anything they can charge for, they do. It's crazy out there. But yeah, with Omega, I don't know. I don't know. I think, like I said, I think she's been able to do everything pretty much perfect. A lot better than any random little kid would be. But like I said, I think she's able to pick up and adapt. And like the only thing she wasn't good at instantly was this bow. And I think that's because of the noodle cross arms. Oh, and there it goes. My heart just sinks every time I see that little thing come up and drop down to one, that little antenna bar. Like, am I skipping to you? Can you hear me?
Yeah, for a bit you were skipping when you first got on. You were skipping, and then you acknowledged it. I'm okay. It's not just me.
No, okay, so yeah, you can hear it. Yeah, it's just I can sit there and watch it. Like the little bar goes down and then goes up. Like it's crazy. Kills me. Oh, Jake says I think thinking a possible Jedi gene. What if it's like just sit there and go stall? Yeah, this is gonna kill me with it going like that. That is gonna absolutely drive me nuts watching it do that. But what if we find out that Omega was made from what if the Kaminoans found Luke's chopped off hand because Vader lopped his hand.
Oh, but it
But I
didn't
guess
happen yet.
yeah, that didn't even happen yet, so it couldn't. I was out of it. I was be like, that's awesome. Like find out, or maybe they check. Yeah, yeah. So maybe it's got to be some other dead Jedi since this order came in. But then, I mean, could she be that quick? She already knew about the Bad Batch and about all their exploits and stuff. So it seems like she's been studying them. So it seems like she's been alive for a while. But yeah, we need to know just how long this little Omega's actually been around. Like, how long has she been alive?
Mm-hmm. Like I said before, that in the one video game they did like clone a Jedi and were somewhat successful. So they could just be pulling from that and make like their own canon of it.
Make the canon off the video games. It could be, but yeah, I don't know. I think we'll get a lot more information when we know exactly how long Omega's actually been around and how old she really is, because I think that'll give us some big clues. But yeah, it was just I'm loving this little girl, but we got to figure out what's going on with her. Like, what if she is part Jedi, and then all of a sudden Wrecker, like this thing kicks in with him, and all of a sudden he tries to kill her. Like, is that going to be a
Uh,
thing?
the sleeper agent. And this episode pretty much hit the nail with it.
Oh,
Saying good soldier takes orders.
yeah,
Good
that kind
soldier thing. I'm like, uh-oh.
He's like, no good at that. But we'll get into it. Crew sneaks in. Like they quickly see that Sid conveniently left out some more crucial information, like how heavily guarded the police droids would be in this place. So does that kind of like throw back to maybe Sid is crooked, or is Sid just a halfway man, and that's how they'd be? They're not going to give you like all the scary details to make you not want to do the job. They're just going to send you there and know that you'll figure it out and adapt, right?
Because even then I was wondering, like, is she like working, for like, the rebels that's about to start up? But it's like they just send like their own other people. So I was like, who is she really working for at this point? Anyone.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, Anakin's hand has been lopped off. So maybe it wasn't Luke. Maybe it's Anakin's hand. Maybe that's Vader's hand that they're making these clones off of. Because remember,
Arm,
Anakin
leg.
did get chopped up,
Yeah.
but I still don't think he's that old yet. We don't know if that's happened yet. I don't think that's happened yet.
What
And
hasn't
this
happened?
uh, Anakin being chopped up and turned into Vader.
Yeah. Because even before that, the arm back in the Clone Wars movie, when it happened to him the first time around.
Like
So his
father,
limbs
like
has been,
son.
yeah. So
That's
it could
crazy.
happen.
So maybe it's Vader's hand that they made this little clone out of, and Omega's a little Vader clone. That'd be awesome. That'd be amazing. So we also, like we were talking about, find out that Wrecker is not exactly a fan of heights, and Hunter tells Wrecker to climb even higher. He's on lookout, and Wrecker complains like, "Oh, that was Crosshair's job." It seems like the crew's really missing their sharpshooter. Are they going to be grooming Omega to try to fit into that role? Do you think?
Yeah, it seems like it. Since Corsair was kind of like their sharpshooter.
Mm-hmm. You think she's
And
going to be the
also
new
it seems
Crosshair?
like he was trying to hide his fact that he's like what, afraid of heights or something like that.
Yeah, he was like any excuse not to go up there because he is. Yeah, that's like the chink in his armor. He is afraid of heights. He
Hmm.
did not be up there. But good soldiers follow orders. And after seeing how good she was instantly on that phaser gun, like, shouldn't the crew just like give her one of those? Why even mess around with trying to teach her on this bow and arrow?
Good point. But hey, wouldn't you want to like, strengthen your weaknesses? So
Not if
keep
I'm
it
out
on that
there doing
crosshair.
these dangerous. If I'm doing these dangerous ass jobs. Yeah, Jake said that did happen before Order 66, so it could totally be Vader's hands. That could be a little Vader clone out there. That'd be insane. But yeah, I'm like, if I saw this little girl straight pick up a phaser and just be like an instant sharpshooter, I'm not messing around with any little bows. I'm getting this little girl a taser and going about her business and handling it. Like, that's just insane to me. But as our crew try and locate the droid, Omega spots it and tells them that it's already in pieces, heads contact. And as she does, someone swoops in and swipes it. And I hear people try to like scold Hunter and the crew for always telling Omega to like wait in the car, but didn't this episode kind of prove that she just isn't really ready to be out on missions yet? Like she's too much of a liability out there and doesn't really know yet like how important it is to follow orders.
But this is literally the Bad Batch. They never even follow orders. So she so
All
her
right, all right.
not following it, it's like, she's truly a part of the team.
Jay Cruz agrees. The bow and arrow is dumb. It's like this girl's a sharpshooter. Get that girl a gun. What the hell are you even messing around for? But yeah, the Bad Batch doesn't follow orders. But I mean, this is a little girl. The Bad Batch, they can each on their own handle themselves. And obviously, Omega's a little girl and can't. So, I mean, she's already shown. They told her to stay put, and she didn't. So instead of staying put, Omega runs right out into Rafa. And that, which was, of course, another sweet callback to the Clone Wars. It's like her and her sister Trace are there also trying to steal the last tactical droid. But that ends up being a huge problem because Omega didn't follow orders. So, I mean, again, isn't she a little too young and new to be out here actually running like uh, things with the crew?
Yeah, this is the second
Missions?
episode now where I regret not watching the cartoon series. Because the
Oh, the
moment they
club.
came up on my screen, I've been like, "Oh, shoot, it's them."
Yep.
The
Oh
moment I
yeah.
saw them, I'm like, "Okay, are these some new characters, or am I supposed to know who the hell they are?"
Exactly. Jake Cruz is with it. I don't usually take kids on missions. That's what I'm saying. It's like she's just a little too young. And I mean, sending her to the car saved the crew's ass last time. Maybe they wanted to get caught and like could have got out there anytime they wanted to. Because I thought that was ridiculous. Again, being caught up by those little slaver dudes that they could have instantly squashed. Like that was ridiculous to me. So maybe they wanted to get caught, but sending Omega to the car actually helped them get away. So I mean, it seems all the little girls should be left on the ship for these big dangerous missions.
Nah, I would take the kid. Because even, like, kids are even good for war. Because it's like you wouldn't sometimes expect, like, a kid, it's like, "Okay, is this kid just a regular kid or, a soldier here?" So I took the kid.
Oh no! And
Plus, it
there's
was
that.
the kid that helped them escape when they were in prison back on Camino, so take the kid.
Well, it was because they had the kid that old girl helped them escape. If it wasn't for her, they would have been done and got right then and there. She opened that bay door for them. But chaos ensues, and both squads are noticed, and the facility goes under lockdown, and things just got a lot tougher for our crew. And we see not much has changed with Rafa. She's basically the one that caused all this, and she instantly blames the little girl for it. It's like, you're the one who did this, and you're going to blame the little kid. Like, nothing much has changed with Rafa, but we can't get into that because you haven't seen the Clone Wars yet. But yeah,
Mhm.
that was an amazing little callback with these two. That was awesome. And for once, I wasn't like that Mandalorian Ahsoka feeling left out. Like I actually knew what it was and felt the callback, so that was cool. But it soon became a game of keep away with Trace and Omega racing for those loose droid head. And I like how Omega says like I've got it while running for her life, and Hunter says, "Great, now hang tight." I was like, yeah, that's not an option. But yeah, just sit still. Like you get, dude, she's got 3 people on her ass. Just sit still. You got. And that was ruthless, putting so much on Wrecker and telling him to be quick about it. Like, do you even know what you're asking this man right now? He's got to jump across lava and gaps and hang from stuff and doing all this, being afraid from heights. Like, aren't they asking a bit much from our man?
Of course, but he's the muscle, so it's like either do this or stay up there.
That's just crazy. I was feeling for our man. But Wrecker clones up and gets her done, but not without a consequence. And he seems to have hit his head again in the same place. And this time it seems to actually have activated the dreaded Order 66. Like,
Mhm.
I guess we'll be finding out sooner or later whether who's right about Omega, if she's force sensitive or not, if this thing's going to click in on Wrecker, right?
Yeah, and when this episode's happening, like, uh-oh. Like, I'm curious how the next episode's gonna be, where it's like change his mood or his character. This might just like show even like more signs and hints, but at least like one of the other bad batchers like notice it.
Yeah, I mean that's the other thing they haven't noticed. And again, like they had their ship falling apart and major things going on because Tech couldn't be bothered to deal with the ship because he was working on that chip inhibitor thing. So how is that so important? They say it's so important, and then we haven't heard about it for 2 episodes. Like, did he fix it? Did he make it? Do they need a part for it? Like, what's going on with that?
Hopefully they get enough money and Sid will fix it off screen.
Just tell about it and work on it later. I was like, how are you going to make this that important and then not talk about it for 2 episodes? Like, did you fix it? Do you have it? What the hell's going on with that thing?
Hence why I said should have been less episodes, an hour-long episode. We probably would have had a mention of it.
I mean, we haven't heard of it for 3 episodes now. This is getting ridiculous. But Ricker's head is killing him, and it actually distracts him enough that he ends up getting shot again. And how many hits can this clone take before Fake takes him out? This is twice he's actually been shot now.
What is it called again? His durability must be on the charts.
His durability is way beyond the charts, but still, I mean, sooner or later, he's going to get got. Yeah, Clone Wars is dope. Anybody who hasn't seen it, I highly recommend it. Fills in a lot of gaps, and it is a fun watch. Not exactly made for kids, but it has a little kid moments where it drops back in. But for the most part, it's just made for super fans, and I love the Clone Wars. So such a fun watch. And then watch Rebels right after that, because that's pretty tight too. New spin-off Star Wars After Dark, Order 69. Get it. Oh, man. But we see Trace is still a good person when, other than running away, she came back to save Omega. And good thing she did, because nobody from our crew even got to her in time. Like, it was almost curtains for Omega. Like, isn't this again proof that Omega is still too little to be coming out on missions and needs to wait in the ship while the crew gets it done?
Nah, never too young. Them start out early.
Oh, shit. So the two squads realize if they're going to make it out of here, they're going to have to work together. And I like how Rafa keeps complaining, like, hey, yeah, I'm okay. Thanks for asking. Or like, oh, thanks. I'll be fine, by the way, as she blasts a few more clankers. Like, almost like she wishes someone would worry about her or feel sorry for her. But she seems to be able to take care of herself just fine.
Mm-hmm.
But she still wants someone to always be thinking about her. I don't know. You got to love that character. She's out of it. But who's not doing just fine is our man Wrecker. Like, he's in a bad way with that wonky inhibitor chip going haywire in his head. And, like, he's having a hard time staying coherent. And hearing Echo, like, hearing Echo of Crosshair's voice saying, good soldiers follow orders. Like, are they going to get him straightened out before he snaps, or is Wrecker going to end up hurting somebody?
He has to end up hurting someone, you know. And if we end up seeing Rex or even like Ahsoka, I want to see what happens immediately. Like the moment we see a Jedi, look at Wrecker, see what happens. If it doesn't and nothing happens, and be like, what was the whole point of this?
Right. Something's got to happen with it for sure. But yeah, that'll be funny if like a Wrecker, it snaps through and Ahsoka's there, because she's already had to deal with it with Rex back in the Clone Wars. But yeah, so she's already had to deal with that problem. So it'll be cool to see there you have to deal with that again or go through that. That'd be a trip. But she'd know how to deal with it. But Rex was able to fight it off, and I think Wrecker's going to be able to fight it off to an extent. So it'll be interesting to see where they go with that.
Mm.
Was there an echo in here? It's like, did you love that joke or roll your eyes when they spewed that one?
Honestly, I'm phased by jokes, man. I have a terrible sense of humor.
Oh, J. Cruz says he needs to tell somebody. Yeah, how has nobody else? I mean, they live in such tight quarters on this ship. How has nobody else not noticed what's going on with Wrecker?
Then again, it's like, how would they know like the inhibitor chip is like activated or anything? So it's like you probably just think it's just like I don't even know. Like another,
Well,
he
I mean,
probably
they know
got hit so many times, I guess, to the point where this just seems like the norm to him.
he's always a little bit off and wonky. But I mean, they know something serious. Said our tech was making that gadget to basically check it out and be able to check them. So I don't know. It seems like they should realize something's up or have a little bit closer eye on what's going on with our dude. But we shall see where that goes. But yeah, when that said, is there an echo in here? And he's like, yes. I was just like, I don't know. I rolled my eyes on that one. I was like, you got to be kidding me. That was just a bit over the top. Oh, it's not over the top. It's this internet just killing me, but let's get it. We see Trace has to start, like she's still in a mechanical whiz, like in the making. Like she knew how to use the bot's head to control the robot army, just not how to completely make it work. And luckily, Tech was quick on the spot with a booster to amplify the signal. And good thing he stuck that memory stick in there to get all the info out of its head, because that's going to work out later for him. Like, did he use that memory stick knowing that it'd be a way for both parties to leave with what they came for?
I don't know, but it was convenient. And the moment
Yeah.
those droids woke up, I'm like, damn, I miss these damn droids. They were confident, but just the comedic side of these droids, I just loved it.
Oh, yeah, that was awesome.
And when the moment they woke up, they were like, did we win the war? I was like, what?
That was fantastic. That was a joke I actually liked. Like, hey, what's going on? Did we win? Just that's the last thing they remember. That was great. And it was kind of cool to see Wrecker down and out, but like as soon as he heard Omega's voice in the comms, like he was able to snap out of it a little bit and pull through, like, I'm on my way. So it's like he just heard that voice and that got him going. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with these two if that thing kicks in. It was pretty sweet when Wrecker came and when he comes down all Leroy Jenkins, summoning and shooting clankers, like even Rafa had to admit, now him I like.
Yeah.
You think we're going to get a little Rafa Wrecker hookup in our future?
Whoa, 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 whoa,
Ship
DJ.
it, ship it. Oh,
Oh my
what's up?
god.
She said,
I'm convinced that even when we talk about Loki, you're gonna find someone they damn ship in that damn show. It's like every show you're trying to find out someone to ship. Previous show, Oko
absolutely. I
Okoye and
believe in
freaking
love.
Bucky, and now it's Wrecker and her. Oh my god.
Absolutely. I believe in love. It's got to happen, even in deep space. You got to find somebody to care about. Oh, if you can hack the bots, the Clone Wars shouldn't have lasted very long. Exactly. It's like, why couldn't they just got one and done that earlier? Uh, hey, we don't think that deep into that side of it. It is a cartoon, but that's awesome. But yeah, that clanker that got revived asking like, did we win? He was amazing. Trace's idea worked, and the battle droids like helped our heroes escape. And on the way out, Omega even finds her bow. We also hear Trace call for R7 for a pickup. Wasn't R7? It's like I can't ask you, but wasn't R7 Ahsoka's droid in the Clone Wars?
Uh-oh. If so, then on that holocron, was it Ahsoka? Was it Rex? The way how she was on about, oh, since you guys are not like, following orders and not really, with the other clones, it's like, is it Rex she's referring to? Or it's that political guy who's I think it was like Leia's like stepfather, foster father. It's like I don't know.
That's what I think it is. Our Senator Organa, just because of
There
the
we
way
go.
they wore the toga. But I don't know. That maybe that's a little too obvious. Oh, that thing's just gonna give me just nightmares. This little antenna. But yeah, Senator Organa, that's who I thought it was just by the robe. He said, wasn't R7 a traitor?
Uh-oh.
Oh, no, wasn't that they put in some chip and traded it and then they got the chip out? He wasn't a traitor. They just made him try to do something. That wasn't on him, though. I don't think he was a traitor, but that would be bad. And that would say maybe some things aren't what they look like at the end here that we'll have to talk about. But on the way out, Trace drops the bot head and almost gets shot, but Omega's learned to tune out the distractions and is starting to like to hang a bow. Unfortunately, they continue on without the head of the tactical droid, which was pretty much the whole mission. So they all jump into the ship, and hey, it's good to see that the Silver Angel, another callback to Clone Wars, the Silver Angel is still up and running, and for my Clone Wars fans, we know how much blood, sweat, and tears our girl Trace has put into this beautiful, heavily modified Nebula class fighter. Like, I wonder if she's still claiming it's one of the fastest ships in the galaxy. Just the way Han Solo always said that about the Millennium Falcon. That's how she feels about this bad boy. The Silver Angel is her baby.
Oh.
Yeah, it's tight. Again, all stuff you see in the Clone Wars. Yeah, they made a lot of callbacks like this for this one. It's pretty sweet. But Rafa hears that the Bad Batch was on the mission, not even knowing who it was for, and she is none too pleased about it. And Trace adds that the people they were working for needed that info to help fight the Empire. But Sid was basically, like I said earlier, Sid was known for helping the Jedi. So how do we know that these weren't just two factions working towards the same goal? Like maybe Sid's contacts were working for the same team.
Could be possible. That the rebels and then it was like in someone else like going up against the Empire. And because of
Mm-hmm.
this, they're both gonna like join forces.
Yeah, exactly. Or yeah, exactly. Or it could have just been like, maybe they didn't know if Rafa and Trace would be able to pull it off, so they sent Sid to send another crew in there just to like double their chances of getting it done.
Hmm.
Who knows? But the girls ask why the Bad Batch aren't working for the Empire, and isn't that what clones do now? And Hunter says, "Not us. We're different." And Rafa walks off saying she's heard that before, but who she heard that from was Ahsoka, which turned out to be a good thing. So basically, is Rafa going to tell the higher ups about this crew and try to recruit them for the rebel side?
It would be good. And then they can just, leave the planet of SIDS on. Because I'm tired of it now, DJ. It's like a video game with these side missions now. I'm like, let's get back to the actual story. Who was Omega? Are we gonna see Crosshair again? I need some answers.
He's like, "You're giving me too many questions. I need some answers." I think next episode they definitely have to give us some more answers. They're crazy. We got my man Peter Griffin says, I'm with you, DJ. Sid's sisters are working for the same. If they knew there was only one left, I think so. I think so. Actually, they're on the same side. He said, join the Empire. We need you. That's the slogan. Oh, who else would want a bot that the Empire is destroying? Exactly. If the Empire is destroying it, it's not somebody for the Empire side. They just wanted to destroy it. They didn't want it. So it has to be somebody for the Jedi side. Absolutely. Or our man Peter Griffin breaks up a good point. It could be Maul because he wants to kill Palpatine for dumping him as his Padawan, as a Sith.
Now that I did remember seeing clips about. And even when he came back during Clone Wars, like Palpatine was like, I don't want no rival. And he was trying to kill him, but he killed his brother.
Exactly. So it could be Darth Maul out there trying to get this, to get at him, to get back at him. So that's definitely somebody. And he's somebody who wears a cloak too. So that actually works out better than a lot of people think. But they land and the two crews go their separate ways, but not before Omega invites them to come and visit. And Trace asks, like, isn't that part of town a little seedy? And Omega's like, yeah, totally. It's great. I'm like, how is she already such a little gangster?
That's how she always is, though.
Oh, she just loves the seedy part of town. I was just like, this girl is getting it. Like, how is she's so happy to be in, like, just the worst, seediest dive you could be in, and that's basically their headquarters right now. That's crazy. But before he leaves, Hunter gives Rafa the intel they got from the tactical droid, and this leads Rafa to believe that maybe they are different. And she asks why he's doing it, and he says because you'll use it for the right reasons. Did he just pass his initiation into the Rebels' forces? Like, even Rafa, who did her best for a long time to only look out for herself, says, take it from me, in the end, we all choose sides. So basically, did they just induct themselves into the Rebel side?
Without even knowing it.
It just got her done. So as the sisters head back, Rafa tells R7 to patch him through. So first of all, who is him? And second of all, like, was that a little weird the way Rafa said we had help from a squad of rogue clones? Like, I thought you might want to know. It was just a little sinister the way she said it, wasn't it?
I think this is sound sinister, but in reality, it's like, we know who it is. Probably good people, though. This would probably throw us off.
Oh, wow. See, I'm all off in the timeline. Jake Cruz says Maul is dead before the Order of 66. He was?
Ah, because wasn't in Rebels? He was in Rebels, right?
No, it wasn't Rebel.
Because isn't Obi-Wan kill him when he's like old man? Not old man Logan. Old man Obi-Wan, doesn't he kill Maul? So I think he's still alive.
He's not even that old. He's just older, but yeah. They fight on that planet because Obi-Wan was there watching Luke, and then Maul came there. Basically, I think he was going to try to kill Luke because it was Vader's son, and Obi-Wan was there waiting for him, and then Obi-Wan killed Maul. But that was before Order 66.
Because doesn't Rebels take place like years after Order 66?
Oh, it must have been because, I don't know. They did that last scene or whatever, that last season, so I don't even know with the timeline. But yeah, it makes sense because Order 66 happened when Keenan was a young kid, and in Rebels, he's like an older Jedi now. He's like Obi-Wan. Like, not ancient, but like when he first was. So yeah. So that was like 30 years later. Yeah, the timeline's hard to keep track of. That's definitely my downfall with all this, trying to keep everything going. My math is right. Maul is alive up until Luke turns 15 when he runs into Obi-Wan.
There you go.
Well, Luke, I can't remember how old he was, but like right after Obi-Wan killed Maul, he went back and like saw where they were living and saw Luke's mom out there yelling for Luke. So Luke was old enough to be out playing on his own. I'm not sure how old he was, but he was definitely old enough to be out on his own for her to be calling him back in for dinner or whatever it was.
They had to make sure like Maul is still alive so they can make
Maul is not still alive.
He's still alive. I don't care what anyone says. That man is still alive.
No way.
After creating that character in episode 1, they're like, wow, he's that popular. Let's keep shooting him more than back. Some way, somehow. That's why we got to see him in that Obi-Wan TV series when it comes out.
Oh, man. Yeah, I got to get in there. I got to go back and rewatch it and clean up my timelines and get it back up. Because, I'm not sure. I really don't know if Maul's alive right now or not. It was so jumped around. Like, That's a tough one to go. But yeah, I always thought it was Senator Organa because he was like the first guy. Or what if it's the guy from Rebels? I can't remember his name, but he was Akron or whatever. He was like the secret guy on the inside of the Empire Force. So it might be him. I can't remember his code name, but yeah, it might be him. I think it's one of those two. But that'll be interesting. So, who's your best guess? If you had a gun to your head, who do you think it is, fandom?
That politician.
You think it's Senator Organa?
Yeah.
I think that makes sense.
Just from like the robes, like you mentioned it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, or could it be Ahsoka? She can be like wearing some type of robe.
Yeah, but it said patch him through.
True.
So I don't think it can be Ahsoka. But yeah, I never know. I need a date and time before every episode. I mix up Mando's timeline a lot. Yeah, exactly. The Mandalorian, like trying to throw that in, like I get everything all mixed up. Like who's who and what's what. Like it's crazy. Yeah, he got cut in half. That's what I'm saying. Oh boy's dead. Like Maul's done. Like Obi-Wan put an end to him.
He got cut in half the first time around, and he came back.
No, boy.
It's that hate. It's the hate of the dark side is bringing him back.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. They chopped him up and put him into robots, and now he's like a robot in the thing. Yeah. Yeah, I got to go back and watch all that again. That's when you binge watch all that, yeah, it gets a little wonky and a little confusing. But yeah, it was for such a short episode. They packed stuff in there, had a bunch of cool callbacks, and I mean, yeah, they need to quit giving us so many like cliffhangers and stuff and start answering some questions. Is Sid good? Is Sid bad? Like, where's the Bad Batch going to go? What's going to happen? What's going on with Wrecker? Is his Order 66 kicking in? What's going on with Omega? Is she clone sensitive or is she Force sensitive? Does she have some Jedi in her, or is she just like a super ninja clone? Like, I need some answers and a few less questions. Or getting more questions, just answer some of the ones you've put out there already. It's like we're halfway through dang near. I heard a crazy theory. The armor is Omega. They were totally serious, too. The armor? Who's the armor? I don't know who that one is. I remember, what was the old boy's code name in Rebels? Akron or Akron? I can't think of the name. Something like that, though.
Now I'm thinking of the singer Akon now.
We'll glue you back together for free. Absolutely. I'll go General Organa for now. I mean, just the way it was a cloak, and I mean, that's kind of what we see. Unless it's Obi-Wan. I mean, what if they're going to bring Obi-Wan in here?
You got to be on the super down low right now.
You'd think, but that'd be pretty tight if it was Obi-Wan and they bring him in. Because, I mean, yeah, he's supposed to be watching Luke, but, I mean, now that Maul's done and there's no real danger, he could be flying in and out of there, checking out other stuff. But he did hold it on the down low and kind of dropped out of things, so it might not be Obi-Wan. We're going to have to go with Senator Organa for now, for sure. But yeah, we're getting into I'm getting through it, almost halfway through, and they got like I said, they got to start giving some answers because it's getting crazy. And then, yeah, enough with the side missions. We got to get back on track, go meet Rex, and see what's up with these inhibitor chips and what's really happening.
How many episodes again are supposed to be for this? It's like 16 episodes?
Yeah, I believe 16.
Yikes. Not even at episode 8 yet.
I know, right? We're just getting it. So we got 6 going 7 and 8. You think we're going to see Crosshair next episode?
We better at this rate. And I hate him, but still, I need an update.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to make a side video with Crosshair just about how he's always been bad. There's nothing good about that clone. He's a bad boy. Absolutely. You think we're going to get a Rex sighting, a Rex or Ahsoka sighting next episode?
Nah, too soon. The way how the pacing is, I'll be surprised.
Really?
Like, if anything, like around episode 10. That's my guess.
Nah, they got to bring them in before that. By 8 at least, I'm thinking. You say 10, I'm going to say 8. We'll see which one they come in. But yeah, that's going to do it for us. This episode, they brought it back a little bit. And like I said, I just need to start getting some answers. I love all the callbacks. I love this Silver Ghost or Silver Angel and bringing back Rafa trades and all the little callbacks. Even got a little R7 signing in there. So I'm loving all the callbacks. But yeah, we need to get back on mission and see where they're really going to take us with this little episode and where it's going to happen. Oh, Peter Griffin says the armor was Mando's Mandalorian leader who made his armor. Ah, okay. So you think that's who that's who Omega is? That'd be kind of awesome. They both have blonde hair, so maybe. I hope so. The story needs to move alongside missions or placeholders. Exactly. I mean, they got a little action going on, but we need to get the story going in the right direction. So can't wait to check it out this Thursday. We will definitely be back on, and then we got the Loki coming up, so we'll be hitting the Loki up. So we'll be going back and forth Saturdays and Tuesdays. Loki, the Bad Batch. Hope you guys are having an absolutely amazing week out there. It only gets better from here. Until we see you next time. Easy, y'all.